Good afternoon. First, I want to say thank you to the EPBA for the invitation today. Obviously for lunch, which was delicious for someone that cooks and prepares and eats a lot of lasagna. It was very good. And also for the questionnaire, especially sending it out through SurveyMonkey online. It was so much easier for candidates. I did read through my answers and did see a few typos. So I guess I need a proofreader maybe. But, a little bit about myself. I served in the legislature for 2 years, from 2012 to 2014, which Walter Duke represents the district now. He and I ran against each other 3 times, and I joke with Walt that we were like Frazier and Ali. Unfortunately for me, I was Frazier. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for Walter Duke, and Walt, thank you for your service to Martinsburg and to the people of West Virginia. As a business owner, and I own 2 businesses in Berkeley County. I go to closing on a 3rd business that I'm purchasing in Martinsburg next week. I also own a restaurant in Shenandoah County, Virginia. So I face a lot of the same obstacles and challenges that you do every day. I'm in the trenches with you. I've seen things that are difficult for businesses and things that we can do better. The elephant in the room, of course, is I'm a Democrat. And I know that this organization, for obvious reasons, has supported Republicans primarily in the past. I understand that. I respect that. My case to you today is to not put all of your eggs in one basket. Is that given an opportunity to support a pro-business Democrat who may not agree with you 100% of the time, but certainly most of the time, I would ask for your support and your endorsement so that we can, as a delegation from the Eastern Panhandle, go down in a bipartisan fashion and address issues that face the Eastern Panhandle. Now, politics, you've heard the saying, politics is the art of compromise. Well, it is not. Governing is the art of compromise. Politics is what you've seen in the United States Congress for decades and what you have seen in Charleston get worse over the past decade. So again, I'm looking forward to serving with members of both parties from the Eastern Panhandle. Now, we can talk about some issues that are important and that are facing West Virginians every day. Clearly, the number one issue facing our people is our drug epidemic. We know that we lose people every day to drug addiction. It's affected all of our families. This is not a Democrat or Republican issue. The inventory tax is an issue that has been primarily talked about Republicans. As a business owner, I know that is one of the most outdated, regressive, unnecessary taxes facing business in the state of West Virginia. Funding CTCs. Under Democratic leadership, under the previous majority, Blue Ridge CTC was funded at the lowest possible rate, from it being at 10th to now 9th, because there are now 9 CTCs. Under the current majority, the Republican majority, it is still funded 9th. This is not a partisan issue, folks. This is a geographic issue. This is an issue that the Eastern Panhandle has to address. We have to address this in a bipartisan issue, and I can assure you, if you have members of both parties from this area to go down and work on that issue, you're far more likely to get it done because it doesn't become a partisan issue at that point. People in both parties across the state will listen because we have folks on both sides talking about this issue. To give you an example, my very first vote in the 2013 session was my first of 2 sessions. The very first vote brought out by then the majority was a pay increase for elected officials, specifically magistrates. And I knew moving forward in that session, we were going to face cuts. We were going to face tough budget times. And I voted against the leadership in my party because I thought it was the right thing to do. And later that night, I went to an event at the end of the night for legislators, a reception, there's the word. And my friend John Irvington was there, and I remember he said, "Jason, how does your arm feel? Is your arm sore?" And I said, "No, it's fine. Why do you ask?" He said, "Well, after voting against your leadership today, I thought your arm might have hurt a little bit from the twisting." And it doesn't, because that's not why I'm there, and that's not why I want to go back. I don't succumb to arm twisting. I did what I thought was right in my mind, in what I thought the people of the district would want me to do. And I know I'm running out of time, but the budget warrants some talk today. And you know, I am for a balanced approach to this. We have to get a grip on spending in West Virginia. We have to cut spending. We have to bring revenue to the table, unfortunately. But again, I ask for your support. I am a pro-business Democrat, and again, I ask for your support and endorsement. Thank you.